Coach Chris, I've never seen you so excited during a match, let alone after a match. Tell me a little bit about the emotions.
It's been hard. You go up there and they come here and you think you can do it, and last year was especially rough and you don't get it done. And so, it happens so many times, it just seems to get really hard. So my guys, they showed a lot of courage out there today. Wasn't pretty, but they were fighting us. I mean, they didn't want to give that up. They didn't want to give up that string of wins, and it turned out to be a great duel. So yeah, it's an amazing feeling. I've been thinking about this for 14 years and visualizing this, and I mean, I write it in journals and repeat the goals all the time. This is one thing that we put on our, I guess, I don't know if it's a bucket list, but it's a list, and we just checked it off, which is pretty good.
At the intermission, after Kowalczyk wins by decision, it's what, 13-10.
Yeah.
What's the message like? What's the feeling like among you and the?
Hey,
guys?
we're in the meat of our lineup now. Like, this is where we're good. They drew, so we flipped. They won. Smart started heavyweight. That's where they were strong. Get some momentum. Try to push us down a little bit because they'd beaten us before. The only matches they were really totally favored in were in that half of the duel. Other half of the duel, we were favored, or there were some toss-ups. So we just said, hey, now it's our turn. It was actually good to have that halftime because we knew how strong we were coming through that backside of the duel.
What are you thinking? Stefanik's in that position. Looks like he's about to get taken down. I'm thinking, hope he doesn't go to his back, right?
That was incredible. And then he didn't need to do the cradle, and he went to the cradle. So that was what was crazy. Like, and we preach that we want to be exciting. We want to put points on the board. So instead of just trying to squeak out the takedown, he just went for the kill, and that was amazing. That was my favorite. I mean, I think I threw the wheelbarrow out of the arena. I don't know what happened to it, but I don't know if I've ever been more excited. I'm not that calm anymore because I'm next to Butte, but I don't know if I've ever been that excited other than Brett Harner being an All-American, in somebody winning. Just the way he did it was phenomenal.
You've been waiting for him to have a breakthrough moment for a while. Does this look like that?
That's great, Joe. She listens. So that was probably Travis Stefanik's breakthrough. He was a little slow in the match, and the other kid was too. It was a really interesting match. They were a little hesitant, I felt like, in the first two periods. Even Travis not trying to ride much. I thought, going in, I thought we could possibly get a riding time point there too. But, to close it out that way, I think that is the jump that we needed. And that, look, that's not easy. You win the duel against Cordell, who is not lost in forever. I don't know when we beat him last time. We beat him, so you might have to do some research. What is it? 86, so it's been a while, to say the least. So, so that was big for him to come through like that. It was clutch.
It was kind of playing out the way you thought up in those last three, but those last three were really all toss-ups, right? In some form or fashion.
Well, I thought 74 and 84 were going to be the critical bouts of the match. I wanted to start at 65, so we see what happens there, and then kind of maybe take the heat off Glory a little bit, getting bonus points. But so that's kind of, those two matches I think were the most pivotal in the dual meet, and we got them both. Huge. That guy at Parker did a phenomenal job. That guy he's good upper body. He's done well in Greco. He does this headlock thing. He gets, maybe 80% of the guys with this thing. And so Parker was solid, and that's scary a little bit, and he got the job done too, especially in that later half of the duel. They're smart. They know this guy's got this thing that, create a stressful environment. Maybe he gets it a little easier. So it was good.
It just happened, but can you reflect on where the program was when you took over and all the difficult years, and now here you are?
Yeah, I was with Gary out there, Gary Walters, who's the AD that hired me, and I just said thank you for the support, because we hadn't won. I think we were 0-35 or something. And we didn't have a national qualifier for like 4 years or something like that. So my first year, we were probably the last team ranked in the country. But it was cool. Was like I got support though. From Gary especially. He'd call me after every match. I told him that and say, hey, keep going. And so there's just been a lot of people that I feel so grateful that stuck it out. And this is theirs too. I mean, I say this all the time. I said this in the ESPN interview. It's all about the people in the program. It's the kids for sure. They did the work today, but getting them to that point as alumni, it's the administration, it's all the parents, their families. So we just have a great, fabulous network that builds our program right now. That's been phenomenal. So I really credit that, the people, and it's hard to reflect. I've been looking. I don't really know how to feel, to be honest with you. It's pretty incredible, actually.
I know you said it wasn't a dual meet decision, but Closet coming out of red shirt, the win probably doesn't happen today if he doesn't do that. Even it was an ugly win for him, but it was one he needed.
Yeah, that match was tough just because there was. I mean, he was literally dominant. He was in probably 7 or 8 really good. Give the kid credit though. I mean, he fought off some stuff that people don't fight off. People don't fight that stuff off very often for Closet. His shot to score ratio is very high. He went this way, so he had to lead. There was some crazy stuff. He almost turned him in the beginning too with 2 things. He had a leg in, and he almost tilted him as well. So I think he felt like he's dominating. Then you look at the thing, and it's 2 or 4-1. I don't know what the score was. So yeah, we're glad we took him out, I guess. But the real reason we talked to him and he decided he wants to come out is he wants to win a national title. This was great, 100%, but this was not. This was a very small piece of the decision to pull him out. It was just one little thing that upped it up. Right now, Matthew Klozik's, he's going to win a national title. So that's what really happened, and he just helped us win that for sure, which is great.
How are the tiebreakers playing out? Were you starting to look at that?
So it's funny. I was going to send someone down to get my rule book at Stefanik's match.
Right.
This is a true story. So I was going to ask my son. He was doing the tapping. I was going to say, hey, go get my iPad. I had this rule book in there. I don't know it offhand. And I said, nope. I said, we're going to win this now. Travis is going to win this match. You can kind of see the match too. I felt like Travis, you can see there's more beyond the wrestling. There's sort of an emotional level out there. You can see sometimes too. I felt like Travis was going to get it. When he got taken down though, it was like, oh boy. And like, this is not where we want to be. But yeah, I just said, well, I'm all in with Travis. He'll get it done. If not, he'll get it done. I think Brucky will get it done. Was my thoughts at the time. Obviously, Brucky had a tough match.
How about Grant Cuomo? He's fought his way into the lineup. I mean, he's got some crazy hair,
Yeah.
but that guy
Yeah.
has really,
Yeah.
he's fought and he got the crowd really going.
He's he's another guy like I talk about making these jumps like Travis Stefanik. He's another guy. We need like, we got our horses, I call them, like our studs, and you got Glory, you got Kaladze, you got Quincy, and you got Brucky. We need like 2 more horses to get a trophy at this NCAAs, and you think you're going to get it through. It might be Travis. Grant's been phenomenal. Last year was tough. He's good. He's really good. Got hurt a lot last year, so he never had a consistent time to get in the lineup. This continually wrestling for him, he's starting to feel his motion a little bit out there, which is pretty sweet. You could see he had a little swagger to him today. I like that a lot. He was one of the more, where we hung on in some matches I didn't like, he put the hammer down in his match. I love that. I love that about Grant Cuomo today. That was awesome.
What are you going to do to celebrate?
I'm going to go hang out with my family. There's some alums there's some alums and there's some kids I coach too. Kids I didn't coach and then some that I did that are alums. I'm going to go, we're going to go have, we're going to go have a little fun, I think, and celebrate a little bit. But it's being around those people. I mean, the people that were there from the beginning. This guy, Bill Fordenbaugh, class of, I don't want to screw it up, but he's in the 50s. He came to every match. Every match we've had here, he's been here. And there were times in my first 2 years, I joked with him, I said, it was him, this other guy, Stu Carruthers, God rest his soul, he just passed away this year. He was probably one of our biggest supporters too. And like my mom and dad, and I look over and that's everyone in the stands, it's like, oh man, here we go again. But, now, we can't. It was, hey, how about that? How about the environment? That was pretty sweet. I don't know. I felt good in there. That was a good Jadwin gym right there.
Absolutely.
And think of that. You had 4 guys 14 years ago. I don't know what the number was, but that place was rocking today. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing after. I get on these tangents. I'm probably the worst interviewer ever with all this stuff going off.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks.